Chris Redfield. Jill Valentine. Barry Burton. Rebecca Chambers. Albert Wesker. Adam.
Everyone, Adam here. Time for a quick movie review, and today's review is of Resident Evil. Welcome to Raccoon City. And this stars Kaya Scodelario, Hannah John Kamen, Robbie Amell, Tom Hooper, Avon Jorga, Donald Logue, Neil McDonough, and directed by Johannes Roberts. Okay, so this is a reboot to the Resident Evil series, of course. As most people know, this is based on the video games. And the story is set in 1998, just like the original game. It tells a story of Claire Redfield, played by Kaya Scodelario, who is returning to Raccoon City to try and follow up a lead about some kind of conspiracy going on there. And if you know the Resident Evil game, you know there's the Umbrella Corporation, who are a pharmaceutical company, but it looks like something has gone wrong. The town is almost a ghost town with just a handful of people still there, like the cops, diner worker. So yeah, it's basically a ghost town. There seems to be something going wrong in the town of Raccoon City, with the limited police and Claire trying to find out what exactly is going on. It seems a virus is infecting some of the townsfolk, as, like you said, if you know the games, you know what the virus is, and seems to be turning people into zombies. So what we have here is Claire getting stuck at the Raccoon Police Department. Her brother Chris, they've gotten a clue that leads them to the Spencer Mansion, where the heart of the outbreak is coming from. So Chris Redfield, played by Robbie Amell, Jill Valentine, played by Hannah John Kamen, Albert Wesker, Tom Hooper, whereas Claire and rookie cop Leon Kennedy are holed up at the police department, having to try and find a way out, even though it's pretty hard when the police station is blocked by zombies and various other things. And time is running out for them, so both Claire and Chris have to find a way to come together and try and figure out what exactly is happening in Raccoon City. And if you play the games, you can probably tell this is basically taking elements from the first two games, pretty much. And that's one thing it does get right. It does have the feel of the games, both the RPD, and it looks exactly like the way it did in the games. Same with the Spencer Mansion. It's exactly the same as the game. So that's the one thing they got right. And there is a few callbacks to the original, mainly 1 and 2 games. Yeah, so a lot of Easter eggs for the fans, especially the hardcore fans, you'll notice them. But here's the problem. I think it sticks way too close to the video games. I know a common complaint with video game movies is sometimes it's not close enough to the video game. But this one sticks so close to it. There's something very familiar about it. It's kind of like watching somebody else play a video game. Watch me play video games on Twitch at APB Plays. Well, there are changes from the video game. It's like I said, it's not exactly like the video game. You can never make a video game movie exactly like the video game. I said video game a lot. I mean, you do have to adapt it and make it more accessible for maybe people who don't play video games, and that's always, I think, the hardest part. But this one, I don't know why it didn't work for some reason. And I hate to say it, I think the actors did the best they could, but their characters are pretty bland and interchangeable. to be honest. There's no real. Okay, look, it's a Resident Evil movie. We're not looking for depth in characters, but they're virtually interchangeable apart from the guy who plays Albert Wesker. I won't spoil it, but if you know the games, you pretty much know which side he ends up on. So, the action scenes aren't really that exciting either. And I don't know, I just couldn't put my finger on it. It's just, I had to say, it's a very bland film, which it shouldn't be. And as much as people hated the original Resident Evil movies, I actually enjoyed them. They were kind of ridiculous, a bit over the top. I mean, but yeah, and this one takes itself way too seriously. And I'm not saying we need humour all the time through the movie, but a bit of humour now and then is okay. So to me, it was a really big disappointment. And that's the thing, they stuck close to the source material, which is a good thing. It's like I said, they got the locations right, like the RPD and the mansion, but nothing else really worked for some reason. It was just so disappointing. I will say there's some decent special effects, but yeah, but it's like I said, this is probably very disappointing to me. So I'm going to score it 5. As always, just my opinion. Feel free to disagree. Have you seen this? What did you think? Like, comment, subscribe. I'm Adam, and I'll see you again soon.